Today we're diving into the women who absolutely dominated the movies Gen X grew up on. The icons, the rebels, the scream queens, and the rom-com royalty.
That's right. From mall movie theaters to VHS tapes worn out from rewinding, these actresses shaped our teenage years, our movie tastes, and probably a few questionable fashion choices.
So grab your popcorn and maybe your Blockbuster card, because we're counting down the top 10 most influential women in movies for Generation X. And yes, we fully expect angry messages about who we left off.
So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's go back.
Idea of
78,
what,
yeah.
But there, so there's a lot different of who was influential. It varies depending on who you talk to within that generation.
All right, so number one on the list, not number one in our hearts, but just number one on the list, Sigourney Weaver became a sci-fi action icon as Ellen Ripley in Aliens, one of the first women to headline a major action franchise, inspired generations of strong female action leads. I mean, I can get behind that. She was on all those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, Alien and Aliens
huge,
that really...
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was massive, those movies. Yeah. That whole franchise, it's still going or was kind of going. Like
exactly. It's going in one way or another.
Because they were going like the Alien versus Predator and all that stuff. And
and then there's some spin-offs like Prometheus, which is sort of like a precursor to Aliens.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Because, I mean, obviously I never watched Aliens, but I knew she was in it. So again, she must be iconic that way. Like I've never seen it, but I knew she was in Aliens.
Yeah.
Was she like a badass character in that?
Well, that was it. This was really one of the first like sci-fi movies where like the female lead was a badass character.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, exactly. She wasn't, she was the hero. She was the,
She was getting down and dirty.
She wasn't meek. She wasn't looking for like, depending on men to help her out.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, she was the take charge and kick ass, take names and whatever. Yeah.
Good for you, Sigourney. What do you remember her character name?
Ripley.
Oh, that's what they said right here. Ellen Ripley.
I did see, yeah.
Duh. Ellen Ripley, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and she was in a lot of stuff too. Like, I don't really pay attention to her career now to how much she's been in, but she was like all over the place.
Well, Sigourney,
some big movies in the 80s, like Ghostbusters.
Wasn't like Ghostbusters
and
too? Like
Working Girl and
I get Sigourney Weaver, not even based on looks or anything. I don't know why, but I get her and Jamie Lee Curtis. I have to think about who's who when I say their names.
Interesting to get those two mixed up.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they both were kind of like not, I don't say like revolutionary, but kind of set a new stage for women in their genre, right?
Yeah.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis was one of the first women to be the female lead in a horror movie. Where
that's true. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah,
Halloween.
Where she was, the protagonist or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
She was the fighting the bad guy and stuff, and not just another person getting murdered.
I always
on
remember
screen.
Sigourney Weaver as the curly hair.
Yes,
that's how I think of it. She
got
is the curly hair. I don't even know why, but yeah, like I said, never seen Aliens, but I mean, you go Ellen Ripley, aka Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Good movie,
Exactly.
good franchise. Yeah.
Molly Ringwald is number 2, the face of teen movies in the 1980s, starred and defined Gen X roles like The Breakfast Club and 16 Candles, helped define the coming of age teen genre. I mean, I think she was probably iconic in the sense that, like, in the movie she played, she was obviously a teenager. So a lot of us in the Gen X era, like, well, we weren't necessarily all teenagers then, but like it was relatable, right? And although, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's different than Sigourney Weaver, right? She didn't really like break any boundaries in her genre.
No.
I think she just played a more relatable, realistic character version of like a teenage.
Yeah, I think that's
girl.
it was much more. She was relatable to like most people, growing up and watching watching those John Hughes movies, you could relate to the characters.
Because she played different. In the one, didn't she play like a rich kid? And then
she did.
Like Pretty in Pink, wasn't she?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The rich
and
kid?
she was never that super perfect blonde hair, blue eyed teen girl, right?
She was kind of like she was a ginger.
Yeah.
I mean, redheaded. Like I think she's really pretty, but like not the typical like.
Yeah, exactly. She had a different look to her, and she was a more well-rounded character especially in the John Hughes movies.
Yeah. No, and those John Hughes movies, like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles, like those are massive movies in the 80s. Like for the teen generation, like those movies were like huge.
And I think like if you think like Gen X teen movies, like her name's the first name that pops in your head.
Oh yeah.
Like, she's totally associated with that.
When you think of the 80s and stuff like that, like she
Molly
is
Ringwald.
100%. Yeah, like she kind of was the sort of the face of
Yeah.
a lot of that era for the teenage,
Exactly.
early 20s, whatever. Like,
Yeah. And
she was like the poster girl for it.
Exactly. She was such a force in that genre that she got locked into that and couldn't break out of it.
No, I mean, even now you see her and you still think of, hey, I know she's still acting and stuff like that, but you still think of...
You're the teen rom-com girl.
Yeah, because they were great movies.
Yeah.
All right, then we have Whoopi Goldberg, one of the most versatile performers of the era, won an Oscar for Ghost, a major cultural voice in both comedy and drama. I obviously know who Whoopi Goldberg is, so that says something, but I don't.
It's so weird because I think of Whoopi Goldberg and I think of like the View.
See, that's the thing.
I forget all the movies she was in.
She was in so many movies, and that she actually won. I forgot she won an Oscar in Ghost, and
she won an Oscar for Ghost. I mean, she was good in Ghost.
Yeah.
She started out as a comedian, like Jumpin' Jack Flash.
She was a comedian who sort of got into movies and then ended up she's on The View.
I'm just gonna say, like, especially being a Black female, even like 30 years ago, like there was probably a lot of like things to have to push through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, definitely. That she would have been fighting some really
stereotypes
and barriers that I'm sure still exist now, sadly, but 30 years ago were much more predominant.
And now she's on The View. And I mean, I don't watch The View regularly, but I tend to catch sometimes the like hot topics at the beginning sometimes. And I actually think she's really well spoken. And, she doesn't pussyfoot around shit. She says what she says and that's it.
Yeah. She doesn't back down either. So, give her credit for sticking by her views.
Yeah. And she definitely still has, I really don't really watch The View, but from what I've seen, she still kind of has that comedic sense of timing and even the way she talks about stuff too.
Even when she's talking about serious shit, like
she can still kind of have that sort of comedic delivery of it and stuff like that. She'll
take that second pause, like that pause, and then she's really good. And I mean, I honestly probably would never think of her to be on this list until I saw her name.
Yeah, exactly. Because do we talk about Sister Act?
Oh, Sister Act is amazing.
Oh yeah, that was a huge franchise.
That was a good movie. Yeah, I love Sister Act.
Yeah, that's right. That Gen X wheelhouse. That was probably 1991 or 2. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then she was in that other one. Was it Made in America? Will Smith in it? Wasn't she in that one?
That was the Ted Danson movie.
Yeah, where it was like the sperm donor or something.
Yeah, that was a big bomb.
Oh,
okay, I know, but I remember watching that movie. So I remember she was in that.
But was she in The Color Purple or anything?
She was in The Color Purple.
She was in The Color Purple too,
with,
right? With
Oprah.
Oprah and stuff. Yeah, that was a big movie. Yeah.
Well, good for Whoopi. You go, girl.
Yeah, and like you said, it's weird, because if I hear the name Whoopi Goldberg, I sort of instantly think of The View and stuff, and I forget about like stuff like Ghost and Sister Act because those were like you forget. She was a huge movie star.
Ghost was a huge movie, yeah.
Oh, Ghost was massive.
Was she the angel or the?
No, she was the medium.
The medium.
She was the psychic.
Yeah. That's right.
That Patrick Swayze was talking to.
That's right.
And she had to convince him, Molly, you in danger, girl.
Yeah, which is funny because like in the start of the movie, she's kind of a grifter, right? She's just like grifting people.
But it's exactly. And then she realizes she can hear Patrick Swayze. And
exactly. And she's like, get out of my head.
Yeah. That was. I haven't seen that movie in years. The guy at the end getting hauled off by
the darkness.
Yeah, remember that creepy guy in the train? Get off my train!
That guy was so creepy.
Yeah. The weird guy from the weird science teacher from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Julia Roberts, the biggest female movie star of the 1990s, arose to global fame with Pretty Woman and later won an Oscar for Aaron Brockovich, defined the romantic comedy era. Julia Roberts, to me, is the the 90s at least.
Oh yeah, she would be the next generation of like that. Yeah, like the 90s. Yeah, she was. Yeah, like after Pretty Woman and like Aaron Brockovich and
I mean, Pretty Woman was a great movie. She played that role really well. Aaron Brockovich was just a really good
The first movie I think I remember seeing her. I remember my parents watching was Steel Magnolias.
Oh, that was a great movie.
That's the
it
first I
was
remember
the
sort of
80s.
seeing her. Yeah.
Was she the daughter with diabetes in that movie?
Yeah.
So she was in the movie, but she wasn't the main character.
No, she was not the main character. Yeah,
It
but
was
that's
like-
kind of the first thing I remember kind of like.
Oh, Steel
seen her in
Magnolias
something.
is such a good movie. If you ever in your feels and just want to cry, watch that movie. It's sad.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put it on this afternoon.
No, but Julia Roberts, I mean, you can't say the 90s without Julia Roberts.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean,
What was the Notting Hill? I know that was
Oh,
earlier, but
Notting
that was
Hill.
like another huge.
that was the
so many.
2000s.
Yeah, I know.
Notting
But I'm saying
Hill.
like, that was
Yeah.
kind of like towards the.
Towards
Yeah.
the late 90s, she had a bunch of like Runaway Bride.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
And,
yeah. Like she again.
That
Like,
was
Like
wasn't
Wedding.
Runaway Bride supposed to be like the sequel to Pretty Woman because Richard Gere was in it?
They reunited, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same characters though, but it was
Okay,
like
it
But
wasn't.
like their
Okay.
next.
they brought Gere and Roberts back together for one more time.
Yeah.
It was like Pretty Woman. That movie
Pretty
was
Woman,
massive.
I
yeah.
want to rewatch that movie again because I haven't seen it in a long time. But I remember it just being a really good movie. Like, yeah, despite what the premise was about, but the acting in it was just really good. It was just really.
Yeah.
She was funny in it.
Well, that was the
like-
thing. I think. Yeah, she was. Yeah, funny and charming and whatever. Yeah,
And she didn't take any shit. She wasn't going to be.
That was the one I remember.
embarrassed.
She goes into that store to buy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, whatever. And then she goes back the next day and is like,
Because she's on like Rodeo Drive. So
Yeah.
it's like a high fashion store.
and they're kind of like, you can't
and, like,
afford
you
to
can't
buy here.
Be here.
Well,
yeah.
she was dressed in her streetwear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And then I mean, she was kind of, good. You go, Julia.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Julia Roberts was again.
She was.
She was huge superstar.
Then she
Like,
was in like those other ones. Like, remember the one?
The Pelican Brief.
No, but I was the one where she faked her own death, or did the husband die? Remember they lived on the beach.
Yes, I remember that movie.
What was
The
that?
hell was that? Her
Oh,
husband. She had an
yeah.
abusive husband,
Yeah.
and she faked her death.
In the ocean?
was it something Pacific Heights?
No.
No.
Oh
That
man,
was
that's
a
gonna-
good movie.
I want to
Yeah.
say Primal Fear, but it's not that.
I don't
No.
even know if the movie was good, but I liked it.
No, I remember that one. Yeah. She fakes her own.
She swims into the ocean.
Yeah.
She practiced when he went to work. She'd practice swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
In the
it's gonna-
ocean.
so right now, someone in the comments is like, "Get this movie, you idiots."
Please send it to us.
We can't, yeah.
Hypothetically.
Forrest Gump.
Hypothetically. No, that was a good movie. And then she was also in the one where I think it was her husband was dying. Remember that
Oh
one?
yeah, I remember that one. She was like his nurse, and
That
they
was
fell in
sad.
love.
Oh yeah, the nurse and fell in love. That was sad.
I
Yeah.
don't know if yeah.
And then Stepmother, she was in that one.
Oh, that's the one
Oh,
with Susan
Sigourney
Sarandon. No,
Susan-
Susan Sarandon in it.
Susan
Maybe
Sarandon.
it's Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver I get mixed up, not
And
Jamie Lee
Susan
Curtis.
Sarandon was dying,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like she was the stepmother for the
Stepmom.
kids, and it was kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Who wants to
Can
go
she-
watch a bunch of Julia Roberts movies?
They
What
just
the
sound like
hell?
it'd be sad. They're all sad.
I
Okay,
prefer Eric Roberts.
we
The
need
true Roberts.
we need to know the name of that movie.
That's gonna bug. As soon as we're done here on IMDb, it's gonna bug me now.
I know.
Oh, all right. Let's go to the next one. In the comments, please type it if you're listening to this in non-real time. We will know by then, but I want to see if you guys know what we're talking about. Winona Ryder, a defining face of Gen X alternative culture, starred in cult classics like Heathers and Reality Bites, represented the cynical, indie-leaning Gen X vibe. I mean, she was huge.
Yeah, she's another one. She was in a ton of movies and stuff like that. And again, yeah, she had that different vibe, that kind of like angsty.
Well, she was in the grunge
Yeah.
era, right? Like, kind
yeah,
of like
she had that like. Yeah, she was kind of more like rock and roll or punk kind of attitude or
gothy
whatever. Like
a little.
She was definitely more gothy.
she definitely
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she'd probably listen to like the Smiths. She'd be
Yeah.
like a Morrissey fan or something like that. Like
Well,
you
and
know,
all
the
the
feel.
roles-
It's like that kind of not anger, but like
Yeah.
Angsty.
yeah,
And in all her roles, most of her roles, she had that same vibe about her.
yeah.
The only movie where like they kind of tried to glam her up a little bit was Edward Scissorhands. They made her blonde.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, yeah,
But you could tell like it didn't really like she didn't really suit that.
yeah.
right?
No.
Was she in that movie where they were all in the psychiatric hospital?
Oh yeah.
What movie was that?
God damn it.
Oh, you're talking about the one with Angelina Jolie?
Angelina Jolie,
yeah.
Girl Interrupted.
Girl, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
never
solid
saw it.
Memory.
I never
Yeah.
saw it, but I remember because I think it was after that movie that when
That
she
was
got
like
busted for
early
shop.
2000s, I think.
But I think after that movie is when she got busted for shoplifting.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like that whole shoplifting incident. Like
It's not weird. It's
no,
people.
but it just like it, for something so minute for anything she could have done wrong, like from some shoplifting.
Yeah, but she's not shoplifting to take things. She's shoplifting to have control and power over her life because she was a child star.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, but
Psychology
for the amount of shit she took over,
I
is
know,
ridiculous.
It's stupid.
That's what I was trying to say.
Well, because everybody's like, why did she steal? She has millions. It's not about the product, you idiots.
Like, isn't that on The Simpsons? My mom steals even though she doesn't have to.
No, but that's the point. Like, a lot of people aren't I mean, there are people, yes, but I'm saying a lot of people, especially teenagers, are not shoplifting because they need
No,
I think Steve's point is that it got blown away to proportion.
of course.
No, as I'm saying, for everything you could and stuff that other celebrities have done, it's like really shoplifting. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
because they needed something for TMZ.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
X17 online.
27. It's that once we got in the 24-hour news cycle, that shit mattered. But it's just sad that she was such a huge star, and it took her a long.
Yeah,
I don't know if she really recovered till Stranger Things. To be honest,
I don't think so.
That kind of finally brought her back, but it's
maybe
for
she
something so dumb. Maybe she might have just been. Like, she might have been like, you know what, I don't need this. But yeah.
All right, number 6, Jodie Foster, one of the most respected actresses of the era, won an Oscar for Silence of the Lambs, known for intelligent, powerful performances. Was she the one in Panic Room?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was in Panic Room and Little Man Tate.
Oh, never saw that.
This is when she had like, it was like her son or something.
Her son was like a genius.
Yeah,
and she was like they lived in poverty together.
Yeah.
But I think when you hear
Little Man Tate.
I think when you hear the name Jodie Foster, you just think of Silence of the Lambs.
Definitely, like that was an amazing movie. Such a good movie.
Oh
her
my
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
What was
like Taxi Driver and all. Like she's been in.
Because
she's been acting since she was like a kid.
Yeah, since she was young.
Yeah, so she's been in like so many
what
movies.
What was her name in Silence of the Lambs?
Clarice.
Hello, Clarice. Do you still hear the lambs crying?
Yeah, she played that role really, really good.
Oh, that movie is fantastic.
I also really liked Panic Room. It was probably a stupid movie, but I liked the premise of it.
I think
Panic Room was good.
I remember watching Silence of the Lambs. I was like, I must have been like 8 or 9. It's probably not a good idea.
She wasn't in the.
I think I told my dad, psychologically damaged me.
My mom we watched it at my auntie pet Uncle Gary's house. Yeah. It was like terrifying.
Oh, it was
Even
awful.
there's nothing like super gory in it or anything like that, but it
was just really creepy and psychologically like.
Yeah, just
it changed me.
Yeah, Panic. What other? I'm sure she was in a shit ton of movies. I just can't really think of them.
Oh, I remember that now. That's where she was like she was mute or something, right? Yeah.
Ooh, that'd probably
and then didn't she like direct now and stuff too? I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
She did one too, where she went to she was like an astronaut and went to space. What the hell was that?
I don't remember that one.
The Martian.
That sounds really lame.
I forget. It wasn't. It was it was late '90s when like they had a resurgence in like space movies.
Yeah,
like Armageddon and all that shit.
Oh, I remember that was a whole bit of Space Cowboys.
Yeah, Space Cowboys. Thanks.
All right, we have Michelle Pfeiffer, a defining star of the 80s and early 90s, memorable roles in Batman Returns and Dangerous Liaisons. I think it's Dangerous Minds, isn't it?
No, Dangerous Liaisons.
Oh, okay.
She was also in Dangerous Minds.
Blended glamour with serious acting credibility. See, I think of Dangerous Minds because she was a badass bitch in that movie. So
Dangerous Liaisons was like a period piece from like the 1800s.
Yeah, it was it was like a
when men wore the white wigs and all that stuff.
But Michelle Pfeiffer was in a ton of shit. Like she did that movie. I mean, I know this wasn't the 90s, but she just to sort of the span of her career, she also did that movie with the one where she was dead. What was that one?
Oh, What Lies Beneath?
What Lies Beneath? That was a good movie.
Ford, yeah.
Wasn't it good? Why are you laughing? I remember it being good.
My old job, I saw that movie
a million times.
like literally probably 100 times.
Yeah.
Just over and over and over again. I remember the real change was when she would scream when she saw the reflection in the bathtub.
But
you know what's on this list is Scarface.
What's that?
The movie she was in.
Was she young then?
Yeah, it was like 1980.
Yeah, that was one of her, I don't know, probably her earliest roles, I guess. But yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Did you guys like Dangerous Minds?
I love Dangerous Minds.
She was such a badass.
And what
in
a
that.
song.
I know.
Gangsta's Paradise on that thing.
But such a I always strive to be like her character in that movie, just to have the balls to just
your work with inner city kids reminds me of
no, I don't mean the work, but I just mean in general to be able to because from what I remember in the beginning of the movie, she was kind of overwhelmed and sort of let them run her, and then she was like, no.
Yeah,
I'm better. I'm stronger.
And then she put on her leather jacket and came in, and she was now tough.
Yeah, well, I mean,
she got Fonzie tough.
It's the movie. They have to glamorize it. But I'm just saying, generally, her role, and she made a change. She made a difference.
No,
so.
Was it based on a true story?
I don't know.
I'm not sure
because it reminded me of what was the
Stand and Deliver?
Yeah, with Edward James, almost basically the same thing. But I think that would have been a true story.
That was,
and she was also. I'm trying to think of other
young
movies.
Blue Diamond Phillips.
She was in the
Scared
Batman
us all.
Batman movie.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, that was huge.
She was the Catwoman.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what else was she in. Why am I going blank? She's only been in a ton of shit.
She's been in a lot of movies.
I get her and Jodie Foster mixed up. Like,
No, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh God.
She was in the sequel to Grease.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eric,
She
we're
was in
talking
Grease
about
too.
good
Yeah.
roles, not lame
not
roles.
the lame
Well,
roles.
some people probably love Grease too.
Oh, she was in
no.
the Fabulous Baker Boys.
Oh, I remember.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
right. Yeah.
With the Bridges brothers.
Yeah, that's right. Bo and Jeff Bridges.
Yep.
I always forget about Bo Bridges.
Married to the Mob. I thought the movie was hilarious.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
I remember that one. Yeah, Married to the Mall. I don't know if I ever.
It's her and Matthew Modine, I think.
Yeah, I definitely remember that one. I remember that. Sadly enough, I remember that being like a case on the to rent.
Yeah.
But here's my question. We'll do this question. The first movie you think of when you hear the name Michelle Pfeiffer?
I think Batman Returns.
Do
I
you?
think Batman
See,
Returns. It'd be that or
I
Dangerous
think
Minds,
Dangerous
I think.
Minds.
But I think
Yeah.
Batman Returns would be
Why?
the.
Because she wore a cat suit?
Well, it doesn't hurt.
I never watched the Batman movies really, so I wouldn't have known that, to be honest.
No, the Batman movie, they were good when they came out. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, this is
mind
spoke
blowing
to me.
All right, now we have Meg Ryan, the queen of the Gen X romantic comedy, starred in classics like When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle, helped define the rom-com formula of the 90s. She was the rom-com of the 90s.
See, she's kind of like neck and neck with Julia Roberts.
She is.
Right?
But Meg Ryan played way more, like kind of almost like I Know Not, but like more of the rom-com, where Julia Roberts played like a variety, but she did have the popular rom-com.
Yeah, Meg Ryan, I feel was a little bit like her characters are sweeter almost.
Yeah.
Like nicer.
Yeah.
She kind of do. Again, I'm not a huge Meg Ryan fan or whatever.
But When Harry Met Sally, she was great in.
Yeah.
No, she's good. But I'm just trying to think like her roles never seemed. I don't know if she ever did anything kind of grittier or like.
No,
you know,
That's what I mean.
She kind of played that like sweet,
yeah.
affable girl
I
next
mean,
door type thing.
when
guess.
I think of
more of an Aw Shucks character.
Yeah.
when I think of Meg Ryan, I think of When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think that's got to be the sort of her defining role would be that movie. I would
Yeah,
think like
I
that.
mean, and it was just a really good movie. R.I.P.
Like
Rob Reiner.
Yeah, Rob Reiner.
people still replay that scene where she's faking an orgasm in the restaurant.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's like
The classic scene.
Yeah, I'll have what she's having. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And Sleepless in Seattle, and she was also You Got Mail. Wasn't
Oh,
she?
yeah.
You Got
Her,
Mail.
that was her and Tom Hanks.
So
There were a
like
couple
all
of
of her movies were like very rom-commy, whereas like Julia Roberts had rom-com roles, but she played like in that one that we
Yeah.
can't remember the name of, right? Like she
Yeah.
played different roles.
Yeah, a little more serious, darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She had like one kind of Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh, that was the worst movie
sort of like an action movie.
I have
is-
ever seen in my life. Like you would have to pay me money to watch that movie again.
Yeah, that was.
Hanks and Ryan together for the
I
first
know.
Actually,
time.
like I can't believe were they really desperate at that point in their career to do that movie, because that had to be that had to have been embarrassing for them.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It
No, didn't the volcano spit him out at the
terrible.
end?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like
I
spoiler alert. Sorry,
I barely remember that movie, but I think it was.
but I
awful.
think there was in the volcano that spits him out or something.
I am not. I don't watch a lot of movies, so I'm like whatever. But like that, I
Yeah, I
remember,
remember being, like, in the-
awful.
Yeah, that was definitely. I think if you look up, that's probably like listed as
Oh
one
wait,
of the
wasn't
worst.
he in You Got Mail?
Yeah, and Sleepless in Seattle. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
they're like
but
the duo.
Yeah, they were like the duo, like Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
It was Tom
Oh.
Hanks and Meg Ryan were the other duo.
I'm gonna say if I had to pick a favorite duo, I'd go with the Julia Roberts Richard Gere duo.
Okay.
Just saying, if I had to pick one.
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, because Meg Ryan. Okay, so like to me, Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks are like the comic-y duo, like the fluffy comic-y duo.
They're definitely lighter together.
Yeah.
And then Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Like Richard Gere has very like dry
Yeah.
humor, and
Yeah.
Julia Roberts can be
And
quirky
Richard
but
Gere, he's
sarcastic.
sort of like the knight on the horse in his movies. He kind of like runs in
Yeah.
and saves the day.
And he's older.
The elder statesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other statesman.
Is Richard Gere still alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
exactly.
All that yoga and Buddhism he's into.
Yeah, and
He
other stuff.
He survived. He survived the nasty
Allegedly,
rumors.
yes.
allegedly.
Yeah, see, all those rumors went on a shoplifts and like ruins your career.
Yeah, it's
Right?
true.
He had like way worse rumors about
No, I
him.
know.
And
Yeah.
because he's a man.
It's a man's world, they
The
say.
man's world.
All right, next we have Linda Hamilton, a major action icon of the 80s and 90s. Her role as Sarah Connor in Terminator 2 Judgment Day redefined female action heroes. Was she like a Sigourney Weaver? Like was she a badass?
Yeah, she kind of took
Yeah.
that Ripley character to a different level in the
Yeah.
Terminator.
Oh,
the
so it was
Terminators, yeah.
after Aliens.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, was Terminator before or after? Or about
Terminator
the same.
Terminator was after, so there's two Alien movies, right? The first
Yeah.
Alien was like late 70s. The second one's like 86.
Oh, I forgot it was that early. Yeah.
So the first Terminator came out after the first Aliens movie.
Yeah. If it was in this, yeah.
All right, so two badass biatches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she kind of has like she, again, just thinking because she was in the latest episodes of Stranger Things, but still playing that kind of like hard ass, tough character,
tough woman. Yeah.
What else? I know what Linda Hamilton looks like, but what else has she been in?
She was in. Oh my god, I only know because my mom used to watch this series on TV called Beauty and the Beast.
Oh god, with Ron Perlman. That's right.
Ron Perlman is the Beast.
I was talking about some like movies.
Oh, well, sorry.
That's what honestly, I'm trying to think of other movies she's been in. I know there's some, but I'm kind of blanking on them.
But I think her role as Sarah Connor obviously makes her iconic.
Yeah. There's a movie called Volcano with Pierce Brosnan.
No.
Oh, that was.
No, Dante's Peak.
Yeah, that was again when they had that whole thing about like volcanoes and like natural disasters and stuff like that, like the late '90s.
Yeah, it kind of kicked off with Twister. Yeah, and then they went with Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Yeah, and it's hilarious how
I think
copycats.
Well, I think we can circle back and just say that like her role as Sarah Connor kind of is what's made her iconic.
Oh yeah, especially like Terminator 2 was a huge movie.
Again, I'll ask the same question, Linda Hamilton. What are you thinking?
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yeah.
Terminator 2 specifically, because that movie, like, especially for us, like our our age, like that movie was.
Terminator 2, she was like tough as nails in that movie. Like Terminator 1, she's more of like a softer character.
Happened?
Terminator 1 was more about like, it was Schwarzenegger was like the star of that
Why
movie.
does it swap? Why does she become the badass bitch?
Because she realizes she has to raise the son who's gonna like
defeat the save the world.
And I just want to say, when I say bitch, like I'm not being derogatory. I mean like badass bitch.
Yeah. Well, because in the first movie, she has no idea about any of this stuff. So Schwarzenegger comes back from the future and sort of protects her and stuff. Yeah. Whereas in the second one, she knows what's happening, so she's kind of like,
"Good for you, girl!
Kid, I got to protect this kid." And
yeah, exactly. Like in the first one, it's sort of a mystery to start. Right? Like there's like someone is killing people named Sarah Connor, and they don't know who or why. Right?
Yeah. Like she doesn't have any idea what. Whereas in Terminator 2, she knows what the future is and all this stuff.
I get it.
So.
Sarah Connor, you're a badass.
Yeah, Terminator 2 was a great movie. I wouldn't mind watching that again.
All right, the last one on the top 10 or the list of 10 is Gina Davis. Helped redefine female-led storytelling, starred in the groundbreaking Thelma and Louise. Later became a major advocate for gender equality in media. Oh, I didn't know about that, but good for you, Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, yeah, she was...
Also, League of Their Own, huge movie.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
Didn't know that.
Young Jim Carrey in that one.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever seen, I don't even know if I've seen Thelma and Louise all the way through. I know what it is. I know bits and, like, who's the other girl in it?
Susan Sarandon.
Oh, right. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I don't think I've seen it. And Gina Davis, like, and I'm not saying this in any negative way, but she has the naturally sort of deeper voice. So she's just very, like, takes no shit, you know?
Yeah.
Even in League of Their Own, like she was the like dominant sister that was the leader.
Yeah, well, she was like the team leader, leader. Yeah.
Dot, is that her name?
Dot. Oh yeah.
Was that her? Yeah,
that was that the sister's name? No, it was Dot. She was Dot.
She was Dot. Yeah.
Yeah, but Thelma Louise is kind of the opposite. Like Gina Davis is more of like the meek character.
Oh, is she?
Susan Sarandon is the one that like kind of gets her out of that
abusive relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to.
And they hit the roads together.
I feel like I need to watch. Like, are
just listen to Goodbye Earl?
Are they? No, let me just ask. Let me ask my question. Are they like in that movie? Are they like? Do they do bad things? Or are they just like on a road trip to get away from shit? Like they're not like Bonnie and Clyde, right? Like they're not like.
No, they do some bad thing. Like
they do bad things, but they have their reasons for doing it.
Yeah, like they shoot someone and stuff, but because they're like, trying to attack them and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. But I mean, they're not like robbing banks and shit.
Like Gina Davis's boyfriend is like essaying her.
Yeah.
And so then basically what's her name? Susan Sarandon pulls a gun on him. And then they get away, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, other things happen where they kind of get themselves into like some trouble because they need money, so they steal some gas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but nothing like crazy. Like they're not intentionally trying to be like bad.
No, they're not. It's not like natural born killers on some like crime spree or something. No.
Isn't that the one where Brad Pitt made his movie debut?
He did.
Yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
And then they end by driving off the cliff, right? Like that's
Spoiler,
all I know about it.
Yeah, because the FBI's got them cornered, and their only option is to drive off the cliff or get arrested.
And they say,
I mean, good for you guys.
They go. That's right. They go out holding hands. And
she's like, let's just drive. You mean it? Let's do it. And they just drive off the cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very sad, but also like They're like, we're gonna live the way we want to live.
It's a super iconic shot. Like, it just shows the car going off the cliff. Yeah. It kind of fades out to like photo, like the two of them being like in happier moments and stuff.
We should watch that movie tonight.
Well, you just get really inspired to watch that movie.
Well, because I felt like I've seen it, but I don't think I actually have. I've just heard about it, like bits and pieces of it.
No, I never like, because was that like late 80s?
It was early 90s.
Early 90s? Yeah. Like, I remember seeing it, but it was.
Maybe we should do a podcast about it.
Yeah,
we could. Yeah.
Badass women. Yeah. Sorry, it doesn't interest you guys, but
no, I mean, definitely. I mean, we kind of covered a whole bunch of them right here, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the list of 10. Now we do have some honorable mentions. I mean, it's up to personal debate if you think they belonged on the main list or whatever. But some of the honorable mentions was Jamie Lee Curtis because she's a horror icon. She's one of the original Scream queens, a defining genre star for Gen X movie fans. I mean, I would say Jamie Lee Curtis probably should have been in this top list.
Well, I mean, she's all over and like up and even still going, like still in, she's still pretty relevant in terms of making movies and stuff like that. Like, her career spent a long time.
Have you ever heard her be interviewed for stuff? I love her, like, no F's attitude.
Oh, yeah.
And just I
was what you meant, but yeah, I get that.
She is who she is. Like, she just is like, I love that.
And I think she's been around long enough that she doesn't, she says what she feels or thinks and stuff like that. She doesn't try and sort of sugarcoat it and whatever.
What was that movie? One of the, like, most talked about roles she had. The Arnold Schwarzenegger one where she like stripped.
True Lies.
Oh, True Lies.
Yeah.
That was I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that in the theater with my dad. That was
because your dad's probably like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's like, we'll be closing the bedroom door tonight, son.
But because in that movie she played such a dowdy wife at the beginning,
but that was the whole thing. Exactly.
That was the whole setup for the movie. Is the two of them were like very straight-laced, dowdy, like in their
he was
an
accountant or something.
He was an accountant,
other,
exactly.
Yeah.
But he's actually a secret
agent.
Yeah. And so I remember, like, that was, like I said, because she's like our parents' age. So it was like watching that with your dad would be like, oh, awkward. He's enjoying that.
Yeah, no, it was. Yes, I remember seeing it in the theater. Yeah.
But I mean,
did you see your dad's battery pop up?
I never watched it with my dad. Steve did. My parents watched it though, but yeah, I mean, I would say she's pretty iconic Gen X.
Oh, I would say, but like I said, and still, like, I mean, and then, but I think because she started doing stuff like, what was the one she did with Lindsay Lohan? Was she in Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Did we make?
Oh yeah.
So kind of like got introduced to to a younger generation too, and sort of kept herself.
And then
relevant.
She even went back to do the remakes of Halloween.
Well, that's the thing. She was in some of the Halloween. I don't know how many Halloweens there have been now.
Too many at this
like
point.
I don't even know now which one's which or what. But
she's in a lot of like comedy. She's like trading places.
Trading places. I hear A Fish Called Wanda. I remember that was a big one back in like the 80s.
Well, here's my question. I'll ask this one. The first movie that pops in your head when you hear Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ooh.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yes. No, but I see that thing all the time at AMC and this.
To me, it's the Halloween movies.
Yeah,
I think,
Halloween, I mean,
is what like I think of.
Yeah.
Just whatever, but all right. The next one is Demi Moore, one of the biggest box office draws of the early '90s. Starred in hits like Ghost, A Few Good Men, and Indecent Proposal. Helped redefine what female movie stars could earn and headline. Damn, I forgot she was in so many of those movies. She should be on the top list too.
I forgot.
Holy shit! Like she was in Ghost.
You think she'd be automatic? Yeah.
And then, like Eric had said when we were switching the cameras, that she was in all those 80s movies too. The Rat Pack
movies.
Yeah, she was in a bunch of those. Yeah, that's kind of where she got her start, was in those ones. Yeah.
But I loved Indecent Proposal. That was the one where
movie shocked the world when it came out.
That's
right. That was where she got propositioned to be a hooker,
Robert
right?
Redford.
Yeah.
So you said I'll give you $1 million for one night with your wife.
Yeah.
And then
they were super broke. So they were like, what do we do?
Yeah, because he had a bunch of gambling debts.
Yeah, that's right.
But then it was the whole internal dilemma. It's just one night, it's fine. But then obviously.
Well, it's one night of meaningless sex. But this $1 million will last us a lifetime.
Yeah. No,
that's the idea.
Yeah, the whole top of it is a good idea.
It was because I mean, you think like I feel like in those positions it's like, okay, look, $1,000, like this sucks, but like one night, people, like I could do it one night, but then the like lasting.
Well,
I meant $1 million, but then the lasting repercussions of it is it worth $1 million?
Yeah, exactly.
The whole thing, yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I ever saw the movie. I know the movie.
But I don't think she actually did it, did she?
No, she did.
Oh, she did.
She did, and then unexpectedly, she actually got feels for Robert Redford.
Of course.
So her and Redford ended up having being together, and Woody Harrelson's left in the dust.
Yeah.
But then Woody Harrelson wins her back.
Oh, I thought it was a little bit more like she did it, or she had second guess she did it, and then it was
she did it.
Yeah.
They couldn't. Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore couldn't really recover.
That's
They
what I
couldn't
mean.
get past
I
it.
thought it was the whole they couldn't recover. I didn't realize she kept kind of going back to him.
So the resentment built, and then that resentment pushed her back towards Robert Redford.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the two of them were together for a good chunk of the
And
movie.
then-
Which I could see that totally being a real life scenario, right? Like that happening.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like, but I'm just saying
That happens
that.
often. I get proposition.
No, I mean like the
For $1 million.
fallout. I mean like the fallout from it. Like you think it's an easy $1 million, and then the like lingering effect.
Well, it's just like the lure of easy
Right.
buck, right?
$1 million
wasn't
is a
that
lot
easy.
of money.
No.
Well, that's I think exactly it. You realize it's
Right?
you know
But
They
if
don't
you're
like
what do
really,
you trade for the $1 million?
but
It's,
sometimes people are really, really desperate. If you can't pay your bills, then it's like, or you have a whole bunch
Yeah.
of debt. I don't know. Interesting.
Oh, you know what movie's
that's-
not on here is Disclosure. Remember that movie?
Is that the one where he sued her,
No, she SA's Michael Douglas.
and he sues her?
And he sues her, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
Can we
forgot
watch
about
that
yeah.
movie tonight while we're
Yeah.
planning videos? Oh man, all these movies I forgot about.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
That was
yeah,
a big
that's
role,
right.
a big role reversal movie.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, good for Michael Douglas for doing that role, because it's obviously a very like, I don't think so, but I'm saying perceived as sort of an emasculate role,
Well,
like
it's
to
different
be
from
like,
what he had done, because before he was in like, Basic Instinct, where he was sort of
Yeah,
like the male aggressor. in some
Yeah.
ways,
Yeah.
and now it's like, and I mean, look, like, I mean, I totally believe that women can,
Well,
be
and
the
just
assaulter.
in general, like that's not
Yeah,
exactly
but
something
it's not
that is
common.
really talked about a lot
And
in
a lot
society.
of
yeah.
and a lot of men are probably too embarrassed to like speak up about it. So
No.
that's a tough role to take.
That was a big part of that movie, exactly. It was
Yeah.
like,
And not only that, but then having people believe him.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like women can't do that to men. There's no way.
Well, I mean, I think that's still a stereotype
is.
today. Is that
Yeah.
exactly that women couldn't do that? Just
Yeah.
fight her off. What do you know?
yeah.
Be happy that she paid you attention.
Yeah, but no, Demi Moore though. Yeah, she's another one that like
Oh,
huge
she was in
star,
a
and
ton
again,
of
still
movies.
like, but she's another one that still has kept herself
She
like
has.
relevant
Still,
to this
yeah.
day. Like she hasn't kind of faded off.
I mean,
into
her
the-
whole little era of marrying Ashton Kutcher, we can just forget about because that was just stupid.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that,
She was
yeah.
just in that movie that was really popular, The Substance.
Yeah,
I never saw
Yeah.
that. And then she was
Yeah.
in Striptease, wasn't she?
It was.
well, that was
yeah.
way back. Yeah,
Oh, I know. And
Yeah,
G.I.
yeah.
Jane.
G.I.
G.I.
Jane, that was a huge one. That was
Jane,
a,
yeah.
that
I
was a
never
big
saw
thing with her
that.
talking about that. That was her big payday, wasn't it? The G.I. Jane.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
She shaved her head for that one. It's the whole like, oh my god, she shaved her head.
Yeah, I never
Chris
saw
Rock
it.
makes a joke about it 2 years ago and gets slapped in the face for
What
it.
the hell?
All right, we're on the last honorable mention. Drew Barrymore grew up in front of Gen X audience after starring in E.T. the Extraterrestrial, reinvented herself in the 90s with films like Scream and The Wedding Singer, became a major producer and rom-com star in the late 90s and 2000s. I mean, I think Drew Barrymore's iconic Gen X. I mean, for her movies, though, I don't know.
I think as a personality, she
Yeah.
was iconic.
Yeah,
But
I was
her
gonna-
movie,
but
aside from E.T.,
If you look at her career, like she had E.T. and some stuff from the early 80s, and
And
then
then-
she had a big
Yeah.
stretch of like not so great movies and a real hard time transitioning out of those kid movies.
Yeah.
because she had she had a horrible upbringing, right? So at 14, she was out partying, and
Yeah.
that's what you heard mostly
That's
about.
I was gonna say that seemed to be the lead
Yeah.
story with her about most things was that not so
Yeah.
much her acting or movie she was in.
Yeah.
It was more about her personal trials and tribulations.
But I'd say she's an
Yeah.
iconic Gen X
oh yeah,
personality
yeah.
for sure.
Sort of poster child like surviving too,
Oh,
like
exactly.
to survive the shit that
And
she
now
was
look at her.
doing.
A
and
huge-
stuff.
Really a huge comeback story.
Well,
Yeah,
now look
that's
at her.
the Wedding Singer was kind of where I remember her kind of really.
Yeah.
But
kinda
now
coming
look at
back
her.
again.
She has her own talk show
Yeah,
that's
she
very
got her own talk
popular.
show, yeah,
She's
no.
kind of annoying on it, but that's fine. She's very like.
No, I was never a huge fan. Like I found her really kind of annoying in
She's
the
just a
weddings.
little
Like, I just found her a
over
very good
talk.
actress, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I liked her in Wedding Singer, but a lot of her other stuff after that was sort of like trying to I was just trying to be the same character over and over again.
What
Yeah.
was the 100 First Dates or something?
Yeah.
50 First
50
Dates
First
with
Dates.
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler. And then she
Yeah.
did that one where she went back to high school as like a,
Oh God.
was she like undercovers?
Never been kissed.
That was it.
Oh, I
yeah.
never saw that.
Neither did I.
And she,
I
what,
don't know
didn't
the
she-
premise.
Didn't she do one with Jimmy Fallon as well?
Yeah. Fever Pitch.
That was
Oh,
it. Yeah,
Fever
yeah.
Pitch.
Like
So her movies weren't
See,
like.
these crappy movies I can remember. The Julia Roberts movie where she escapes her ex-husband. I
Yeah.
can't remember what the hell it was called
Oh,
still.
that's good. It was. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue.
no, it's really bugging me that one. Yeah.
It's not Basic Instinct. It's
no,
like
no.
I feel like it had a bunch of words in it.
Yeah,
can't remember.
I
Anyway,
don't
it
know.
doesn't
I have
matter.
to look it up. Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes the list of 10 and then the 3 honorable mentions. You guys in the comments and watching and listening, let us know who your favorite actress out of all the ones we mentioned are. Also, let us know the name of that movie.
And let us know if we missed anybody too, because there's still this list is very fluid. There's lots of people that can go on or off. And,
I mean, tell us who your most iconic Gen X actress is.
Absolutely, let us know.
I feel like this list can't be contained to a number. There's a ton of them. And stay tuned for our upcoming podcast on the men, the 10 most influential Gen X men actors.
Yes. Did Steve and I make the list?
No, you guys did not. You guys are,
forgettable at best.
Oh.
But comment below and let us know. But that's it for today's podcast. We thank you guys so very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.